Hi everyone, my name is Kyle Dodson, and I will be presenting to you today the clinometer. Small like your phone, but serves many purposes in the field. The idea of a clinometer was first used in compasses aboard ships. It was used for attempting to keep a straight and level flight. You might think, what does keeping a level flight have to do with measuring a tree? Which is what the clinometers are used for today. Galileo was one of the first to design this instrument to measure different aspects. Now go ahead and proceed to the next slide. Clinometers doing clinometers, they vary greatly from one another in appearance from the 18th to 19th century. Now today you have the new, more modern clinometer that is much smaller and simpler to use. The clinometer may not look like much, but it is used to measure slope angles, elevation, or depression of an object. It allows you to measure inclines and declines. The clinometer can be compared to a computer. It allows you to calculate all of these different aspects while out in the field without having to be connected to the internet. Now proceed to the next slide. As you can see, when looking through a clinometer, you have a set of numbers on each side. One represents degrees, the other percent. The clinometer can be used at different distances, and one side can be of more accurate measure than the other. Then if you were to veer to the other half of the slide, you can see the side view of the clinometer. This section is used to find your slope. As you can see, it is a very simple tool, not hard to operate, but can be tricky to figure out the calculations. To the next slide. Having used the clinometer several times, I know my way around the clinometer pretty well. In the US, there are a couple of different distances to go from, those being 50 feet and 66 feet, which is a standard chain. When figuring the height of a tree, you walk out a certain distance from the tree. The above distances are just a base. For accurate readings, you should pace out or measure a distance no less than the height of the tree as just an estimate. You will then peer through the clinometer so that the horizontal line is parallel with 0. You then look at the base of the tree, looking at the degree side of the clinometer. You take a reading. You then want to look to the highest point of the tree you want to measure. After you have the two readings, you add the two numbers together, ignoring any negative sign, and you will have your height. Now if you want to find slope, you will stand at top or bottom of the hill. You will once again peer through the clinometer at a stationary object at the bottom of the hill, keeping both eyes open so you can see your desired point. You can then have a partner read the side of the clinometer, which you were shown in the previous slide. Or you can hold it steady and take a glance yourself, and you will have your percent slope of the hill. Next slide. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation, so that maybe one day if you find yourself in the presence of a clinometer, you will have the basic understanding of how to use it.